we will write an algorithm just to extract numbers one by one from a list and display them. To extract numbers from a list, of course using a while loop we will write this algorithm. So what is a list? A list represents a group of elements or a group of numbers. Say for example, I am taking a list like this, where I am having four numbers in the list. Say here I am having a 2, and this is a 5, 3 and 10. We are supposed to extract these elements from the list. Let me take the list as L. Then generally counting will start from 0. That means this 2 is in 0th position. Number 5 is in the first position. Number 3 is stored in the second position. 10 is stored in the third position in the list. So I can take something like this. 2 is in L0. So L0 represents number 2. That means L0 means in the 0th location in the list. That is 2. In the list first location we are having 5. In the list second location we are having 3. In the list third location we are having the number 10. So this is what we can understand. So totally how many elements are there in the list? This list is having the number of elements in this list is 4. But these position numbers are 0, 1, 2 up to 3 only. So that means 0 to 3 only. 0 to 3 means what? This is n minus 1 only. So n minus 1 only. That means if I take I values from 0 to 3, that means 0 to n minus 1, say L0 represents 2, L0, L1, L2, L3. That means in general I can represent each element as Li, where I values are 0 to 3. So Li means L0, then I value 1, L1, then I value 2, L2, then I value 3, L3. So L0 represents 2, L1 represents 5, L2 represents 3, L3 represents 10. So these numbers I have to retrieve and display. That means Li, I have to display Li. That means I have to print this Li. I have to print this Li. So it's very easy. So in this algorithm what we are going to do is I have to take I values from 0 to n minus 1 and display Li. So let me write the algorithm. Step number 1 start. Step number 2 we have to take the list that is given to us. So a list with the given elements. Maybe there are 4 elements or there may be 100 elements that we are taking as n. So I want to find out how many elements are there in the list. So this n represents length of the list, or I can say the number of elements, or I can say this is nothing but number of elements in the list. So this I have to calculate. Then I have to change the I values from 0 to n minus 1. I have to change the I values from 0 to n minus 1. So for this purpose, let me take the initial value of I as 0, and while I value less than n. Please observe, I want I value from 0 to n minus 1. So I can write I value less than or equal to n minus 1. I can write like this. That means I value can be up to n minus 1. Or I can write I less than n. That means one element before n it will stop. So I can write while I less than n also. So if I write I less than or equal to n minus 1, or if I write I less than n, both are same. Do means execute. Here what I have to do is I have to print L of I. So please observe this. Printing L of I means what? I value is initially 0. Suppose in this example n value is 4, because 4 elements are there. N is equal to length of L. That means 4 elements are there. So that is 4. I value 0. While 0 less than 4, yes, 0 is less than 4, execute. Display L0. L0 means 2 it will display. Then what I have to do? I have to increment I value by 1. So I is equal to I plus 1. Now I value will be 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 less than 4. Yes. Now display L1. L1 means it will display 5. Now I value will be 2. Then 2 less than 4. Yes, true. So display L2. L2 means 3. So 3 it will display. Then I value will be 3. 3 less than 4. Yes, it is true. Then it will display L3. L3 means 10 it will display. Then I value will be 4. 4 less than 4. This is false. Then you will come out of this while loop. That means print Li will display L0, L1, L2, L3. So that means it will display all the elements of the list. Now we can stop because we have extracted all the elements or displayed all the elements from the list. We can stop. Let me translate this algorithm into a Python program to extract the numbers from a list. So see the second step in the algorithm, take the list. So I am taking a sample list. L is equal to, in Python you can take a list in a square brackets. You can write the elements of the list. Like I am writing 2, 5, 3 and 10. These are the 4 elements I am taking in this list. You can take 100 elements also, no problem. The next step, I have to find the number of elements in the list. That is nothing but length of the list. To know the length of the list, Python provides a len function. So I have to write len within left and right simple brace L. So len of L means the number of elements in the list. Of course, this will give you 4. So n value will be 4 because 4 elements are there. It will give you 4. Then I is equal to 0. Starting value of I is 0. While I less than n. That means as long as I value less than n, repeat this while loop. What you are supposed to do is you have to print L of I. That means L of I means L0. You have to print L0. Then increase I value by 1. So in the while loop, next time you will print L1, then L2. L0 means 2 will be printed. L1 means 5 will be printed. L2 means 3 will be printed. L3 means 10 will be printed. So to increment I value, like this I am writing. Then your program is completed. File, save, and run module. It will display 2, 5, 3, 10. These are the elements of the given list. So if you are having other elements in the list, for example, minus 5 and comma 1.5, I have added some more elements into the list. Now I need not to change my logic. Logic is the same. It will retrieve or extract all the elements. So file, save, run module. So this time you will see the added elements also retrieved from the list.